Welcome to Wayne's World Garage. We finished sawing up the tomato steaks and sharpening the tomato steaks, and now we've got a couple of these poplar on here. One of the guys from the park was looking for some 1x8 boards for the barn to replace because they're rotted out. I don't know where we can find them, but we can probably make some. So Doug's going to be sawing some 1x8s. Well, that is certainly not good. So let's watch it again in slow motion and see exactly what happens. So he's cutting the slab wood off of it, making it into a square cant, and the log's not perfectly round. So the slab comes off in two shorter pieces. This piece here, which is maybe 2 or 3 foot long, and then it gets stuck and starts coming up on us, which is a little bit sketchy. So who knows what went wrong here? We've got a splitter at the end. Maybe we didn't put the splitter on right. Possibly we've got too much kerf in here pushing it up. So we've got to take a look at this really carefully and try and figure it out. Phil and I are going to go back there tomorrow and we'll scope things out and kind of redo things. But this could have been amusing at best. Well, that's an understatement. This could have went south fast. Glad it didn't. So the good news is I had 2 cameras running, and this camera here looks like it ought to be able to catch most of the action. So we'll get to see a little bit more detail with what's going on here as this log goes through here. So watch carefully. Do me a favor. Don't beat us up on this, but leave a comment in the section what happened here. We put the splitter back on. It's a little bit lower than it was before. I think the issue we ran into is the slab wood that came off it wasn't an 8-foot long one, and it got caught and it got pushed against the saw blade when the next slab started coming off. That's the only thing I can figure out, but we're going to have to look at this really carefully. So pay attention. I'm going to run this through once at the normal speed or at half speed or 1/10 speed just so you guys can see it, because it's kind of interesting. That's for doggone sure. So look at this carefully. The first piece of slab wood didn't clear the saw, and we didn't pull it out of the way in time. Second one came. The first part of it pinched it against the back end of the saw. And when it pinched against the back end of the saw, it kicked back on us. Memo to us, be careful if there's a piece there and it can get wedged in like that, don't push the saw forward. Additionally, it jammed things down, stalled the saw, stalled the engine, blah, blah, blah. Good news is we learned from it, and we'll figure it out. And nobody got hurt. That's probably the most important thing.
Didn't expect that to happen.
That was a weird piece of wood.
Rod, we've seen this before.
Yeah, we've seen this before. But well, actually,
It got stuck in between that one.
that's weird, huh?
Yeah.
I can't. Maybe you can lift it out.
Door up. See if you can get the door open. See if you can get that door open.
It would help. Yeah, it ain't gonna want to.
Yeah. Can you just lift it up?
I'm thinking, yeah, we can just get this up.
Yeah.
Out of the wedge.
Yeah, yeah. If you
got wedged-
unwedge it, it'll be fine.
You got wedged into the other one.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. There you go. Hang on.
Now try the door.
Yeah.
Now try the
Just hang on a second, okay? 'Cause I don't think it's in here that tightly.
try the door.
You want to do it?
Well done.
Well done. Watch your head. That was weird, huh?
Yeah. Oh, did somebody hit
Thanks.
the switch?
I did after you
Okay.
turned off, just so nobody turned on when I'm on it. So. And you're making 1x8s, right?
Yeah.
Come on back. Let's flip it. So under normal operation, the saw itself should get maybe 5 degrees above the ambient temperature. Clearly, it's way hotter than it now, and the saw is starting to vibrate, blah, blah, blah. We've got some issues we got to take care of and figure out what's going on here.
This got knocked over. It's rubbing the blade on that side.
I see it, yeah. Yeah.
That didn't get knocked over. The blade over here too. It happened last week. The same thing with the small blade. It bowed in when it heated up. And so
Oh.
it's going away. Yeah.
Okay. So we need
It actually went into the little blade last week went into the metal.
So how?
When I released you up here.
Yeah, this is hot.
All the trouble started. Yeah.
So, you know, when you lift.
There was a gap on the outside. Yeah. It should be a small one. Well, it's too big. It's too big. It's a 1/4 inch there.
Yeah, and it's
But-
rubbing on the inside.
But did
1/4
you?
inch on the outside.
But what Phil said is the blade's warm and it goes like this.
Yeah.
So,
We agree.
but I think we need to look at the lead again, and maybe it needs more lead.
Back here. It's up against the wood
Same
again.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's hot. Because it's hot,
Blade is bowed in.
and it gets hot once it cools off. So we need to. I think it needs more lead.
Yeah.
So we put this on yesterday. We gave it 3/32 maybe of lead, and I think we need more.
Yeah. See, you're giving me flack. I said 1/4 inch.
What do we know?
Although, you know,
So there's no set numbers for the lead. Remember
But this thing was wobbling.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been heating up with the.
Poplar tomato steaks.
And they're just
30
thin.
second makes 1/16.
Yes. Right. So we made it about 3/32, a little bit more than that. It sounds like we need it more. So to adjust it, the only thing is we need a big pipe wrench because the nuts on there are 1 3/8 inch, and we don't have a 1 3/8 inch wrench. So we borrowed a pipe wrench from Bob yesterday. Do you have a big pipe wrench, Pete, by any chance?
No, but this is what you gotta move,
Well,
these two,
what about those two?
One's in the back.
if you want to.
Well, right. So we moved those yesterday, and those nuts are loose, so we know they work. You know what I mean? So we still, regardless, we need a 1 3/8 inch wrench. I looked at Harbor Freight; they're expensive. Amazon has them for $15. So
1 3/8 socket.
a 1 3/8 something or a pipe wrench
Deep socket? I got a 3/4 inch drive one.
with you. Do you have a pipe wrench with you? Anybody have a big wrench for a 1 3/8 inch nut? Okay, well that's it for this episode of Wayne's World Garage. Thanks so much for watching. We're going to come back next week, at least a couple of us, and figure this thing out. We're going to reset the lead, make sure that our saw, the thing that goes in circles, the saw blade, is not warped and it's in pretty good shape. And we're going to check it out. So thanks again for watching. Please subscribe and leave a note.